you there. Sorry about that. My hood prop isn't that good.
Got a brand new fuel pressure regulator for the Roadrunner, which we are going to work on today. But first, I'm getting a little tired of hauling tools back and forth, and I think I have enough stuff to kind of outfit the storage unit shop with the basics. So I went ahead and dug this out of the old race trailer, and I'm going to try to take the good stuff out of here, leave it at home in the big box, and then all the mismatched Harbor Freight stuff I'm going to try to put together a little kit, metric and standard, and we're going to bring this over there so I can stop working out of a bag and just throwing stuff on the floor. So I'm going to go through this quick, try to build out a kit. I'm probably not going to organize it yet because I got to lay it flat in the back of my truck, and that would all be for naught. But I'll one more time throw everything in a bag, take all of it over there, and then we'll set it up, and this will stay there, and it'll give us a little bit of a workstation, and hopefully mean that we only have to haul specialty stuff back and forth. All right, I think this is a pretty good load for the basics. There's still some things like a drill, which I don't know if I'll need over there, but I got sockets, wrenches, pliers, hammers, screwdrivers that I can just leave over there, which I think is going to work great. I'll bring a couple cans of brake clean. I think I'm going to leave this here. We'll take the other one and we'll come back here because I want to be able to get the fittings nice and tight. And the vise is another thing that I don't have over there. I should probably be on the lookout for a cheap one, Harbor Freight one or something, put over there, but I don't really have a bench to put it either. So maybe no vise. The plan is for that to be more storage than workspace, but sometimes you got to work over there. So I'd like to have a little bit. So we are going to load all this up, head over there, pull the old regulator, come back and get that all set up. I'm sure things are falling out. Yeah. Maybe that was a dumb idea. I thought the lid would stay closed. I have locks even. Why didn't I use them? It's okay. I left the screwdrivers in, and they did not want to be there. Good thing we're not going far. Back at our home away from home. Try to get this big dog out of here without scratching my truck, scratching the Roadrunner, or pinching my fingers off. I think that's where we're gonna put it. Now it's time to load it up with goodies, and then we can get the regulator out of this thing. All right, I'm feeling better, a bit more organized. We got a basic loadout in here. Pliers, mismatched set of wrenches, 3/8 drive stuff, metric, standard, screwdrivers, hammer, basics. That will be good enough for now. And as things happen over here, I guess we will add to it if we need to. But this is just kind of extra stuff anyway. None of it matches. Doesn't matter. It all turns the same. Now we are going to turn our attention to that fuel pressure regulator. I got another one. I showed you that earlier. We're going to pull this one off and then probably, or actually certainly, take it home, swap the fittings around, maybe pull the cap off that one to see if the diaphragm's junk or whatever, and then we'll have to come back over here and reinstall. All right, so right here is what we're after. Now, I am not sure how much leakage we're going to have. I'm going to attempt to take the bottom first and see. I brought some plugs. We'll see how much, if any, drains out of here. I would prefer to not make a huge mess. So far, so good. Okay, that's in. Now I think I'm going to take this line right here because I don't want to torque on this fender. I'm going to try to leave the bracket and just get to these screws underneath and lift the whole thing up and out. All right. Things are looking up. That's the wrong size cap. I'll just act like it's capped. Pull this out from under here. I think I can sneak this under here.
I'm just loosen up these bolts and I'll lift. Oh, I need that though. There it is. I'm pretty sure I bought the exact same regulator, and I didn't necessarily mean to, but this is your standard 4.5 to 9 psi Holley with 3/8 pipe inlets. Oh, there's some fuel. That's right, it just landed on the ground. Yeah, so here we are. This is in fact a Holley part number 34R11577B. I don't know if that's what I bought or not, but it's got the same port configuration, so it will work. You can see how far I had it screwed in and it still would not read. So that's why I'm suspect of this particular unit. We are back at home base and we're gonna work on disassembly of this old regulator first. I think the new one comes with fittings, but I still wanna get these out. They're expensive. And they might not be exact. It does come with something, but anyways, we're gonna get these out. We want to save the gauge because I didn't get another one, and then I think we're gonna pop the cap off this and see if we can see our problem. There we go. I'm kind of surprised that these are pipe threads and there doesn't appear to be sealant on them. We are going to put some on ours. All right, so we need to keep that line. That's the feed. See if we can't get this gauge off. We'll flip it and we'll get the in fitting. See, there is sealant on that one. Tape. Which could be part of the problem. I don't like using tape because it breaks down and it gets everywhere. All right, so we got our fittings. Just because I'm real curious, let's pop the top off this and see if the diaphragm's in rough shape or not. I would imagine it's going to be. If it's not, like if this is not the problem, A, that'll be frustrating. B, we're gonna have to look at our pump because if you recall, we took that pump apart, cleaned it up, resealed it, but it's not new and they don't make that one anymore, so we'll see. But I'm hoping it's just the regulator because I know we had fuel. Obviously the pump was doing some sort of pump action, and these I think are more likely to fail from sitting than the pump, although things look fairly clean in here. Huh. Diaphragm's not ripped. Check ball's still checking. There's no goop in it. This might not be a good sign. Let's put this back together for now. We might have bought a spare regulator. I just don't understand why I was able to screw it all the way down and have no change in pressure unless we don't have pressure, the adequate pressure coming out of the pump, which don't forget, we're shooting for like 5 PSI. It's not like it has to work that hard. Oh. I didn't put the spring in, which would definitely make it not work. Stupid. That's how it goes. All right, so no smoking gun. Nervous. But we have a new one. We're going to put it in and see if we still have a problem. If we do, then we know we got a bad pump, which, like I said, wouldn't be that surprising. This is a new one. It's shinier, so it's better. But it is the exact same part number, which is good. That means all our stuff is gonna fit. Okay. Just like that, we got a brand new regulator that has not been adjusted, but we'll do that when we get over there. All right, we're back with our fresh regulator. I'll go ahead and set this in there, get it installed, then we'll just turn the pump on and see if it reads more appropriately. At this point, I am slightly concerned. This wrench is so dumb. I don't even know why I have it. Connected, tight, ready to go. Let me get my stuff to adjust fuel pressure just in case we weren't perfectly guessing. Now we're gonna set it running, but I just wanna see if I can get the gauge to react. Oh, I gotta hook the battery up. Hold on, battery's hooked up. I'm gonna hit the key. We're gonna see if we get any pressure, and if we do, if we can adjust it. Pump's running. Oh, I hear it changing. There we go. We're starting to build pressure now. We're at 3. There's 4, 4.5. We're gonna try to set it to 5 static and then see what that gets us. I'm gonna shut the key off quick. Okay, well, things are looking up. I'm gonna take this off just to make sure we're not puking out the vent or anything for right now. Turn this back on. Okay, that's up just a bit over 5. Obviously the car's not running. I'm gonna take a little bit out. The other thing I think we have maybe working against us is a low voltage situation on the battery. This car probably needs a battery before we drive it any actual distance, but this is a good leak check. We don't have any. I think it's probably time to fire it up and then set the fuel pressure with it idling, which it is cold-blooded and no choke, so it might not want to idle. There's that low battery I was talking about. I'm gonna sit here and let it run, plug my blower in so I don't die. Well, guys, we got bad news. I think we got a bad fuel pump. Remember we had this set at 5? It's down just above 0. And it won't adjust again. Okay, so what did we learn? I'm outside getting a little air. It's spicy in there. Regulator wasn't the problem, is the biggest thing we learned. So I think we got a bum pump. And it's weird because we were able to adjust it up to 5 with the motor not running. And then also when the motor first finally started, we had 5. And then I checked a little bit later and it was way down, like 0. And it wouldn't adjust again. It was down at 0 and I could turn that regulator all the way in and it wouldn't adjust. That makes me feel like the pump is weak, might be the wrong word, but the pump's funky. It's like one that it'll free flow fine when it fills the bowls and stuff like that, and then once it has to, this is a returnless system. So once it deadheads for a while, it's like it starts to cavitate or something and it can't build the pressure. The other thing I'm a little bit suspect of is voltage. The battery that's in there is old. I have to pretty much have it on a charger to get it to turn the car over, which means the pump ain't getting probably 12 either. I'm surprised. It's got to be getting at least 12 with a charger on it because I don't think the MSD box will fire with anything less than 12. They're kind of picky. Anyways, it still runs, sounds good. Oil pressure's great. It sat there and idled for probably 20 minutes. Once the fans came on, it knocked it right back down to like 180, which is perfect. But I don't think we're driving today. I still think we have fuel delivery issues, and I really, really don't want to lean it out. 0 fuel pressure at idle. I mean, it's just keeping the bowls full. It's not that big of a deal, but I would hate to lose it on a 2-3 shift or something like that, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to do it for this episode of TYGR's Garage. It was a short one. We got to order parts. So we'll get on that, and we'll see you next time.